welcome to my channel. I hope that you guys have had a wonderful day. It is Friday as I'm filming this, and so if you are here, and I'm so glad that you are, I am going to unravel the mysteries of plate M319 by Maniology. There was a couple of plates you guys wanted me to kind of show how to use, and so this one is a really cool little plate. But I understand, because at first I was like, I have no idea how to use this plate. So there are a few different things you can do with this plate. You can actually use it to polish your nail. You can pick up the paint out of these kind of sized randomly, always size up from what your nail is, but you can pick the paint up on your stamper and then place it onto your nail. Okay, so you can do that. Once you do that, it's pretty much dry. And then also, they're wonderful to do ombres. So, since I've got some tips over here, and they are fairly decent sized tip, I'm just going to use the biggest one right here, just out of sheer, it's convenient. For the first one, I will do just like show you how we can put a color on there, and then I'll show you how to do the ombres. And then you can also, you can do them vertically, side to side. You can use multiple colors, however you want to do it. So let's just do like a color. Let's, this is Frosty, I believe. Frosty Cheer. Oh gosh, reading glasses, Melissa. Need them. Just realized it. So let me see here. Yeah, this is Frosty Cheer. It's pretty much the same as the regular. Let's shake it up a little bit. Regular Frosty that you can still get, I'm pretty sure, but this one came in the Christmas box. It looks kind of rough on the outside. That's because I'm rough on my stuff. I really am. Y'all know that if you've watched me at all. I'm gonna get my stamper out and ready. I'm gonna get this over here and kind of clean it off. I think it's fine. So the only thing with using these, I guess if there could be a downside, is it does take a good bit of polish, and yeah, it does take make a little bit of a mess, but I love using it. This and the other plate that I'll do a video on as well. So you got to have your scraper card flat, okay? So as you can see, I dug out, even there, I dug out a little bit of the polish. You can see in the center, but I'm going to come over here and we're going to put this on this nail. Excuse me. I think the nail may be bigger than the thing, but we're going to be doing some ombres and stuff. So see, you can stamp on your color, and you can do like more than one coat, so you can, come back in with another layer. It's dry. That is one of the biggest perks about this plate, is I'm super impatient. And you can see right there down the middle where I did scrape it a little bit too much, and that is the kind of learning curve for this plate. Is even with my card flat to the plate, I still scraped out a little bit of it. So let me get a paper towel to dry this off. So that's one thing you can do. And the other is you can do ombres with the snail. I'm going to sit this one just over here right now. And now I know that this is going to be a little bit short, so you guys forgive me. I picked the wrong nail size. So let's do just like a vertical ombre. And like I said, I did pick the wrong nail size. So it's going to probably not go all the way to the end, but you all do better than me when you pick your nails. But yeah, you can always do 2 coats, even with your ombres, and come back in and lower it down. Like if you have a really long nail, you can do 2 coats. So I'm going to do a vertical one first, and you can just come in here at the top and like this, and come in with the green. I'm using green again. I should use another color, but hey. Okay, so I usually don't do all the image whenever I'm doing it an ombre. You come in and you kind of mix it. Now, this one has turned almost all pink. I'm gonna do this, get my scraper, or stamper, sorry. Picked it up too rough on my part, and my polish ratio was a little bit off. Hold on, I dropped something. There it is. Oh goodness. I dropped my scraper card. I'm gonna switch scraper cards because sometimes that can have a very big impact on your design. So let's try it again with a different scraper card. I'm gonna use one that's a little bit more bendy. I usually prefer the ones that are not as bendy, but hey, who knows, right? You're just gonna play around with it a little bit. So let's do this again. So I still am scraping too hard in the middle. So I am going to, again, come in here. Everything's still wet. I'm gonna try my best to not be as rough as there we go. It's been a hot minute and I did not practice, so pick it up, and that looks like cotton candy to me. I don't have my glasses on. I put them on top of my head, so we're going on a wing and a prayer here. For you, just come down, and like I said, you can do another coat there at the bottom to your ombre. You can kind of scrape and mix them together. Let's do a kind of a horizontal one going the opposite direction. And actually, I'm just going to grab the other plate because I think it will probably be easier. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try this one. Hold on. Let's just stick to this plate for right this second. Let's do 3 colors. Yeah, let's do 3. And let's start with yellow. And I'm going to be scraping to the side, that direction. Pink and green. I usually do these on that square, so we'll see. But you want to kind of mix them together. This is a pretty little spring mix. Look how cute. If my nails that I picked weren't so not long enough, I'm going to actually put this one all the way down at the bottom so you can actually see. Well, that's pretty good. So I love these to do these little ombres. I think they're so fun. And I mean, you can do all different colors, you know, and like I said, we can go back and do this again and kind of cover up the place that's missing the spot. So let's do that real quick. So I have pink and green. So let's do that. Let's see if I can't make that look better. So let's see if we can't get them a little bit smudged together. There we go. There we are. And this one, I've got it backwards, obviously. Y'all know I'm dyslexic, so cut me some slack. I'm gonna actually put it on that way. So there you go. That covered the bottom down here up a little bit more. Let's see. I can actually put a little bit more of it down here. Whoop. Well, that is no fun when that happens. But the best part about this is that it's dry. It's dry as soon as you put the polish on there. And we've got this little ombre. Let's do something with blue. We've not used blue. But it's just a little plate, and you size it according to your nails, obviously. And my nails are like baby nails. I have the smallest little nail beds, and right now I've got rocking these little shorties. So I would definitely be using one of these really small ones instead of this biggest one. But for these longer tips, you definitely need the bigger one. So let's do blue and yellow and see if we can kind of smush them together a little bit. And then there was one other thing I wanted to show you guys. Let's do Yeah, let's do a vertical one. And see if we can't get a little bit of the colors melding together. So there's those. Get my card here. Again, I'm going to come in and do a little bit of blending. There we go. So it's a really cute little way to do some ombres, or I think it is. I'm going to try to get it on here. I don't have my glasses on. So obviously I've got a little bit up here at the top. I'm just going to lay this little yellow bit on there. So really easy little way to do your ombres. The other thing you have to the only thing you have to really be careful of is scraping out the paint. What you saw me do is if you scrape too aggressively, it will pull the paint out of it. So I'm going to show you on a piece of paper how you can actually do what in Maniology world we call a smudger. I see people do them on the stamper and take it straight from the stamper to their nail, but I prefer to put it on here and then put the stamper on there because you can actually get 2 or 3 stampers, and I'm going to grab another stamper or two because I always have extra every time I do one of these that I can pick up. So I'm probably will go over. I've got 1 nail left and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. So I've got a couple extra stampers. I'm just gonna clean them up a little bit, make sure. I think they're fine. So you take your colors that you want to use, the blue and the yellow. Well, I don't know. We can use all of them actually. And you just start dotting. I like to use the back of the sticky stamper station. That to me is like the best thing. It's slick and it works so well. And it's cool. It really works really cool. And you just dot randomly your colors around. These are all so springy and pretty. And you can even, like, if you want one color dominant, you can do that. You can just randomize it like I'm doing. Now I do wipe my brush off if I see I've contaminated it with another color. So you've got this here. And you can take a dotting tool or something if you want and do this little number, you know, kind of swirl it around if you want. I don't normally do that. I just normally use my stamper, and watch how cool it looks when you stamp it down. It becomes this really pretty image that you've got here. And you've got more. That's the cool thing, is you can come in and pick up another one and probably another one. So if you wanted to do your nails, and it starts to dry now, so we got 1, 2.5. So let's do, like, you have to let it dry just a little bit because it'll slide around on your nails. That's why I'm going to use this one last. So let's go over this one right here with this little smudger. Look how cute. And I mean, it just comes right off. There's so many things that you can do with your stamper. Like I said, you can literally polish your nails with it if you want. That's so cute. I love these colors together. Let's take another one let's do this one, like down the middle of this one right here. Down in the middle of that ombre. See what it looks like. Okay, so it's dried on here. Let's go ahead and see if this one has dried. It's not an issue. If it has, we can get it off there. So this one had a whole lot more paint on there. And look how cute. I mean, I think that's adorable. And you can always, like, if you miss the bottom, you can come in and you know, this is enough. You don't need any more coats on it or anything. Let's see, we've got that one. Now what we can do, since that one was like already dry, is we can come in and take our little sponge that we use, our Orly, and we can Put some oily bonder on there, which is a rubberized base coat. It's just going to make the nail a little bit sticky, and it's going to make it to where we can apply that from the stamper on there, like down the center. Pull it off. It needs a little help removing it from the stamper. This little nail keeps wanting to tip off of there. Isn't that cute? Like, these are just some random ones that I threw together. My stamper pad is full over here. And then, of course, from here you got like your base of whatever that you want to do from here. It's like whatever you want to stamp over top of it. If you just want to do leave them like they are. I love to do the smudgicures. You can do them on the back of a shiny piece of paper, something slick. I love them. I think they're really, really a cute little idea. And we're going to put the smudge-free top coat over these and just kind of show you how it kind of changes them too. It really perks the color up a lot whenever you come in and apply the top coat. And it takes a little bit of practice with that plate. The main thing is applying it or scraping it flat, pretty much flat. You can do some passes over it, like I did, mixing the colors together for your ombres. And then remember, you can come back over it. You saw me go back over it with some more color. If you do scrape all the color out or some of the color out in the center, super easy to do. I mean, you saw me dig a little color out. So if you're continuously having issues with the color, you know, that happening to you, you might try changing your scraper card like I did. And again, remembering to scrape flat as you can get it to the plate. You definitely want it flat. So there are those. I hope I've been in frame. I'll have to go back and look. But again, with the scraper card, you're going to want it like this low. Like, I mean, literally flat. If you're going to make a couple of passes, you're going to just, you know, halfway maybe, and then make your final scrape. And not, you know, don't dig in, because these are very etched, very, very deep images right here. So you want to just gently, you know, mix it a little bit if you're doing an ombre, and then scrape it off, and then just use your image. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea of how to use this plate. And I hope that y'all enjoyed the demonstration. And then, of course, you got, you know, I mean, you can use any color. I just grabbed these because they were sitting close and they look like spring. So, and also the smudgicure, so easy to do and so fun. Even on your own nails, if you're doing them on your own nails, I would recommend using some liquid latex or something, because you are going to get it on your skin. But they're just so fun, and they end up so cute and pretty. You never know exactly what you're going to get. You know, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But they always turn out cute. I love them. And so even this one that we thought, I'm not so sure about, now look at it and think, that's really cute. That would be so cute to just stamp something over top of it. So that is how you use plate M319. If you don't have it, they still have it. It's a staple for them to keep in stock. So that is how you use it. And you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope you have a great weekend. And I will see you guys later. And I'll come back and we'll do the French tip plate, and I'll show you how to use that one. Thanks, guys. And if you watch to the end, please hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. That helps so much to watch the video all the way through, and to leave a like and a comment. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. See y'all later. Bye.